Fellow sales leaders, we got trouble. Yes, I say we got trouble. Trouble with a capital T preceded by an S that stands for sales training. Yes, we got trouble right here in the good old US of A. We got to figure out a way to make sales training sticky. Fellow sales leaders, did you know that we have spent over $50 billion in sales training in the past 2 decades? I earned some of that money myself, and I'm mighty proud to say it. Why, the days I've spent traveling from town to town all across this globe delivering sales training workshops has been a wonderful experience and lucrative too. I've got my share of that 50 billion, thank you very much. But a recent poll by Training Industry told me that only 7% of those in attendance rate their sales training as excellent. They must have been my customers for sure. But that really is pretty pathetic, isn't it? See why I say we've got trouble? Here's another fact for you to consider. It's estimated that we will spend $5 to $7 billion just this year in sales training in the USA. And you know what's wrong with that? More than 50% of that will be lost in the first month after the training event. What a bummer. You may have already spent some of that money and it's already gone. So who is to blame? Well, perhaps we ought to blame the sales reps. After all, some of them are dumber than a hammer, and you know that, and I do too. And I've met a few like that. But, maybe it's the sales managers. Maybe they're at fault for using out-of-date sales management tools. Or they'll all blame the sales trainers. They never could hit the nail on the head with their content, even if they tried. Or could it be the training delivery method? The retention rates for typical instructor-led training are not very good. And I've done plenty of that. But notice the retention rates for practice by doing and immediate use. 70%, 75% up to 90%. Now that's sticky. Now, of course, the world is changing and traditional sales training is as well. After all, now we've got blended learning. But what exactly does that mean? E-learning so you can learn at your desk and save money is part of that. Maybe that combined with traditional instructor-led training and you have a better training solution. Or maybe not. I'd like to introduce you to another approach to sales training that might be considered disruptive. These ideas come from Anders Gronstedt, a consultant specializing in video game development. He says that designing learning these days should include the following considerations: storytelling, gaming, 3D immersive, social interaction, make it mobile, and make it fun. I put Gandhi's picture there because he reminds me of successful disruptive change. So this is how my new sales learning game, The Race, lines up with Anders' new design model. The Race is a sales contest simulation. The better you are at closing deals, the further down the track your car will be. The Race is available as a board game for sales meetings and team meetings, and as a web game for remote sales reps and phone conference calls. The Race is used for competitive atmosphere and keeps players involved from start to finish. No checking voice and email during this play. They are fully engaged. The Race utilizes friendly team competition to help improve learning retention. The Race is available on laptops for remote players to play anytime they choose. And games are fun, and The Race is no exception, as well as a great learning tool. The Race can be used as a reinforcement for any good sales process and methodology right out of the box. I encourage you to try our game. It is a low-cost alternative to very expensive selling skills training with much better results. The Race is sticky best practices sales training. We offer 100% satisfaction guarantee. We are not satisfied unless you are satisfied. Buy it today and start to enjoy the sweet taste of success. Thank you